shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Ohio State.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Gives it on the option. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Oh, what a move to get open. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's caught! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Pressure coming. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Finds his big tight end. Tackle made at the 9-yard line after the catch. It'll be 1st and goal. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Wants to go up top. Here's a hit. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Catch in the middle, it's Smith. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is touchdown Ohio State. Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make What a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He tries to take the top off, and he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up fourth.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. He lobs one high down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Tight end finds a soft spot. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. The snap sets up the throw. He wants it all. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking for room, it's Peoples. Gets it past the marker. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they take it in for 6 more points. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offense has it with really good field position. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone. The officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. To throw, it's Sayin. Moving away from pressure. Makes the catch. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Ohio State 21, LSU 17.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Tate. Purdy on the Jets. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Tight end now in motion. Running back searching for a hole. He breaks a tackle. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Buckeyes are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this, and it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. He'll try to take it back. Inside the, and he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves, but what a play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Dances away. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.